passer guys. Welcome to my channel, guys. If
If
you guys are new, it will be much appreciated if you subscribe to my channel, guys. Hopefully you guys are staying safe during this quarantine, guys. I'm here to entertain you guys with some Madden, with a nice video, guys.
Taking the field, led once again by a number 7. Of course, Joe Theismann's old number hadn't been used in 33 years, but Joe gave the okay to wear it to this man, their first-round pick, Dwayne Haskins.
Alright, here we go. Oh, and stay tuned, guys, for some more videos. I'll be live streaming some Battlefield, live streaming some NHL, live streaming. I'll be putting up some more videos, guys. Sorry I haven't been streaming in a very long time, guys.
As well, there should be a Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle, so mobile. You can also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Oh, and in the live stream, you guys playing and comments below when the stream comes. Let me know how you guys' day is going.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. And this defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. For Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims, his first NFL reception, goes for 6, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards of big play there on 4th.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Geis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 17 carries, 75 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. And they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. These two teams all tied after one. On play action, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Harry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now play now.
Oh, wow.
Number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Haskins back to the air. Open man here, Sims complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Wide open.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Forbath, the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
One play has him up past. The 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Haskins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. The 20. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And that's complete. It's Sims. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
53, Mike. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Play action now. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown catch in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Elliott running right. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Fourth down, Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Adrian Peterson past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Play action. Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 39. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Haskins will throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The 30, 20, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They start on the ground with Elliott.
Let's go. Let's go.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them, a big-time one.
Yeah, 1 play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. So they hit pay dirt on just 1 play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Close one, too.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And it's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. A nice little juke. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and then decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. 2
runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cowboys on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott.
Wide open.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. Well, last year on Thanksgiving when the Cowboys and Redskins met, that was sort of the Dallas coming out party for Amari Cooper. A lot of people were questioning that trade, but on that Thanksgiving Day game, Cooper 8 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys would get the victory and really turn things on and end up making the playoffs. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper.
Let's catch him.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 1 man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down 35-31. Just under 2 minutes to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
See what we can do.
Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. He'll look to throw, and he finds the tight end, Reed.
They're going with that hurry offense.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Back to throw. And this one complete to Reed. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw.
No.
They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. This will be fielded at the 8. Shifts by him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Right there.
He's got the connection to Cooper. And now they get the timeout call.
Gosh. Okay.
So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Don't change that dial. Prescott now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Thank you.
We're going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get...
That was a close game. There was no way I could pull that off.
I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by no distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish you well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate, pay their bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat life good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to
And
check up on myself.
hello to the person who's watching my stream. Stay tuned for my live stream that's coming up that I'll be streaming in a few minutes. I'll be playing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. And if any of you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe.
I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
This rhymes, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Florida Gators taking on the Clemson Tigers. Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Clements, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96, and then most recently they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Reddick. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football. Being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
With 1 game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Charles, the success that this quarterback had in the semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence going into this one since he did it so well in the semifinals. I do think we'll see a similar kind of offense. They'll find places for him to take his shots, and especially you have to when you've got a weapon like Streets on the outside. Side.
A first down carry for Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
16 yards, a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll look to throw. There's this out for Streets. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Jennings. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. 1st and 10, Florida. They'll run with Clements, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Reddick sets to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set, 90, Wolf.
Now Reddick. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more. And he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though,
under pressure again, and down he... He goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This will be a carry for Clements. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and pressure your new coach.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
After a play like that, everyone on defense has got to go to the defensive line and give them their kudos. They destroyed everything inside. No place for the runner to go with the ball.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Charles, we talked in the semifinal about Isaiah Street's brother Ezekiel, lost due to leukemia exactly 1 year ago today. But since then, Isaiah's been active in trying to help those who are going through the same struggles his brother went through. He formed a real bond, in fact, over the summer with one of them, 11-year-old cancer patient Emily Atwood of Centerville, Texas. And we're told that Emily and her father Todd made the 2-hour drive up to Arlington a week ago to watch their semifinal victory.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Okay on every play? Yeah, I'm sure the defenses are going to figure that out.
Okay, well, you need to figure it out. This isn't just a game to me.
I know that. I know that, Isaiah.
Surgery scheduled for today, and now she's got a receiver and a quarterback that want her to know that they are thinking of her, and of course we're thinking of her as well and wish her all the best.
Absolutely.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They're going to look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Streets. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Burke. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Jennings. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw here. The open man is Smith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A pretty good-looking run there on.
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna start this thing over, and then after this, I finish this, guys. This is gonna be the end of the stream. After this game.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy.
We crown a here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Florida Gators taking on the Clemson Tigers. Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. With one game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right over. And got his man complete. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Ready, ready. And two stop. Switch.
On third down, it's Jennings. And he's into the clear. And he takes it in for a Gator touchdown. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Florida Gators taking on the Clemson Tigers. Here we go, the matchup we've all been waiting for. Number 1 versus number 2, and off we go in the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. With one game of college experience now in his pocket, this young quarterback leads the Tigers up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Isaiah Street's the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's this out for Streets. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st and 10 now for Clemson. Running from the gun with Henry. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season, trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Streets. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's this out for Streets, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jennings looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating. And
he is in. Touchdown Gators. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Gators have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's this out for Streets. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his team. Teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
I'll be back
hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Reddick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. And He'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
1st and 10, Florida. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set it in. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Reddick sends to throw it. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Reddick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 25. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on his teammate. It's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Henry. Despite a heroic first half, an experienced quarterback, his guys trail at the break.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right? What? Hey, just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Okay on every play? Yeah, I'm sure the defenses are going to figure that out.
Okay, well, you need to figure it out. This isn't just a game to me.
I know that. I know that, Isaiah.
Just 1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
11 yards there, first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On first down, Jennings. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, just like last play. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game. And
he's got daylight, the 20. And he takes it in for a Gator touchdown. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have.
New, please subscribe to my channel. Let's try to hit 1,000 subscribers, guys, and I'll try to stream more for you guys. Stay safe during COVID-19. My prayers are with you, and God bless. And peace out.